It's day 10 on our spiritual journey to live a more generous life. It's been several days now, but our daughter called us and she said, "Dad, Mom, you won't believe I found something better than coupons." And we asked her, "What's that?" Many of you know that my wife loves to coupon. She says, "Well, there's this thing up here called Free Cycle, and it's where people give things away free." And she began to explain how she had that day signed up for Free Cycle, and she had been looking through the emails and had received one from somebody that they were giving away some canned goods. And she had received 3 boxes of canned goods that this individual was giving away. She proceeded to tell us about all the wonderful delicacies that were in these 3 boxes. And then Cheryl reminded her, "Did you return your tithes and offerings this last week?" Our daughter said yes, she did, and reminded us how difficult it was for her to do that because they are still in debt and having to pay some of their school fees, their school loans, but that they were trying to be faithful in returning tithes and offerings. Cheryl then said, "See how God blesses you when you return your tithes and offerings?" God promises to open up the windows of heaven and to pour us out a blessing. But that's not the thought for today in our spiritual journey towards a generous life. Our thought for today is train your children to be faithful and generous givers. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6 tells us, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old he will not depart from it." We are supposed to train our children and teach them how they can walk the godly life. Teach them how to be faithful in all that God has given to them. Quotation in the readings there today says, "Give a child money to put in an offering plate. That does not produce a generous adult." If you want to produce a generous adult, you must train a child to tithe from any money he or she receives from family, friends, or work projects. And then this child will grow up to honor God. I remember our daughter wanting to give of her allowance. I remember her wanting to give of the money that she had earned. I remember her wanting to give of her Christmas gifts. I remember her wanting to give of her birthday gifts. And she wasn't just wanting to give her tithe. She was wanting to give offerings. She wasn't just wanting to give the percentage of offerings that we had encouraged her to be giving. She wanted to give above and beyond that. Because at the time the church was seeking to build a church building. She wanted to give all that she had, and so as parents we decided to let her give all that she had. And today she is still a generous person, willing to give all, and God blesses.